Hey everyone. When I was making my previous video about the footage around the DNC on January 6th, and also the FBI released footage of the pipe bomb suspect the night of January 5th, I noticed something about the suspect when he stopped in a neighborhood and set down his backpack. It was something about the way he was moving around, seeming lost or looking for something. I had almost finished the video on my last watch through before uploading, when it bothered me so much that I had to add in a clip pointing it out.
Wait, what is he looking at? It seems like he gets up on his tiptoes to look at something across the street.
Continued to bother me. It was so strange and out of place that I decided to do more research, find out what it was he was looking at. Why did he stop to look around? Was he fixated on a certain house across the street? What did this have to do with the bombs he was carrying in his backpack? The backpack which he carried in his hand the whole time and just set down for something. Since I was not going to travel to Washington, D.C. to find out, I did the next best thing. I opened up Google Earth and used the Street View option. Here's the DNC, and over here is the RNC. It seems he starts actually closer to the RNC and Capitol Hill Club, so why go to the DNC first? All I would need to do is drop this little guy down on his starting point, as told to us by the FBI, follow his path until we find that section of street, and then look around to see what he was so interested in. Let's start at the starting point, 7:34 p.m. Okay, let's follow his path.
From here, the DNC is just a straight 2 blocks ahead.
Here's the first camera that catches him somewhere around this house. As we can see heading up the street, he was walking right towards the Capitol building. And at this corner is a barricaded entrance to the Capitol area. Shouldn't there be a camera nearby? Why wasn't there footage from this camera of him wandering around the neighborhood? We're passing by what looks like an underground parking area. Was this area manned that night? Did anyone see anything? Are there cameras here watching the entrance? And another barricaded entrance to the Capitol area. Okay, now we are on the street where he stopped and then turned back toward the Capitol, and then finally headed towards the DNC headquarters. That wall looks familiar. It's so bizarre that he stopped here. I mean, if we zoom in down the street, that right there is the area near the garage entrance of the DNC. Here, I think this is the spot. Let's overlay the original video and see. Yep, this is it, right where he stopped and set down the backpack. He first stopped here, looking over this way, then walked over to here, set down the backpack, and then kept looking over here. So the camera that spotted him would be right behind us, so let's see what he was looking at. It's a parking lot. Why would he be so curious about this parking lot? Seems like there is security here. Wait, is this a parking lot for people working in the Capitol building? Is this why he was looking around in this area? Could this have been his first choice to plant the pipe bomb? Did the security scare him away? it would explain why he walks back up the street and then heads back to the DNC. He may have been giving it one last look to see if there was somewhere he could put a pipe bomb, but decided against it after seeing all the security. Now let's see where this camera was that spotted him, because I wondered how and why he got such a clear, close-cropped shot of him standing right here. Okay, so where would it be? I don't see one. I don't see a camera anywhere on any of these light poles or anything. I see security with a canine. If he was planning to plant a bomb here, I can definitely see why he changed his mind. But I still don't see a camera anywhere. Let's move down the street. Still nothing. Looking around the entire parking lot, I finally found a camera that could view the area he stopped, but the angle just doesn't seem right. So I still have no idea where the camera is that saw him stop on that block. Alright, let's head to the area in front of the DNC where he planted the pipe bomb next to the bench. Okay, here's the intersection. Now this is very recognizable from all the footage we've seen. There's the bench he first sat on. And then he got up and left, headed up Ivy Street, then turned back around, sat on this bench, and the bomb was left right here. Let's move position and see if we can get the angle that matched the footage we saw before. Oh wait, it looks like this is more current. They have removed the benches from this area now. I can't say I blame them. There, this is pretty close to the original angle. I'll drop in this shot here for comparison. That looks good to me. The spot where he stopped before is right here. You can see how close it is, and why it's so weird that he stopped there before coming here. So the cameras from the DNC footage should be right behind us. There it is. That one was easy to find. Now some things are sort of making more sense to me, and yet others even less. I always wondered why he went such a long way around to get to the DNC and then to the RNC. If neither of these were his original plan, and perhaps he was going to choose the Capitol parking lot first, or an area nearer to the Capitol, and then the extra security of that area made him change his plans, this would explain the strange route he took. If the suspect went directly to the DNC and then the RNC, it would only take 16 minutes. The FBI tracked him from 7:34 to 8:18, which is 44 minutes. According to Google walking directions, the route taken by the suspect would take 38 minutes, which only leaves a 6-minute window for the pipe bomb planting and all of this sitting on benches and stopping in neighborhoods. To me, in my inexpert opinion, this is conflicting evidence. Was the bomber just looking for a high-traffic place of opportunity, or had he planned out ahead of time his exact locations? If it was all planned out, then why the long route and standing around looking confused? If it was based on opportunity, this would explain the long route and wandering around. But the time to walk these distances and find a place for the bombs does not make sense then. The information that the FBI has presented to the public is confusing, at least in as much as the chosen footage and images that they have shown to the public, which is supposed to help them gather more information about the suspect and his identity. Why didn't the FBI show other angles of the pipe bomb being planted? Or at least other angles of the suspect walking near the DNC? We know that there is a camera across the street with a very clear view that should have seen him approach the DNC the first time from up the block. The information poster itself is strange because it makes me wonder, is that really the clearest image you could find on all of the footage? While using Google Earth and Street View, I was able to find at least 2 areas that are Capitol Police controlled entrance areas, which I could see cameras that I would have to assume are used by the Capitol Police. And none of these had any footage to show the public. None had a better picture that could be used. Capitol Police footage like this, maybe? Honestly, cruising around on Street View, I could spot at least 6 cameras that should have seen him wandering around that night. None of them released to the public to help find the suspect. Not even better camera angles of the front of him. I mean, these 2 shots are completely useless, but are used on the FBI's website as information. I tracked down where this was. It's on Ivy Street next to the DNC. A DNC security camera near this driveway must have picked him up. Notice the street pole, manhole, and square sidewalk pattern. Let's flip the image and it'll show better. There. Now this other image is also from the same area of the DNC. This image is from the same spot on Ivy Street, just turned around facing the other way. Here I'll overlay the shot. Actually here, these 2 photos side by side show you they are next to each other. This area is where the suspect walked after sitting on the first bench, walked up the street, turned around, and walked back. So why is the only shot shown from behind? These 2 shots from the FBI's website, judging by the stone paving on the ground, are from the exact same area, and are from the footage showing him walking behind the RNC and Capitol Hill Club. This is where he is at in these 2 photos. Why are we never showed him actually planting the pipe bomb here? Also, why is this the only shot where he is actually wearing the backpack? Out of all of the photos and footage, he carries it, but this one he is wearing it. Is this even the same backpack? I know it's hard to judge colors when looking at night vision security camera footage, as the infrared reflects and shows materials differently. But this footage and this footage are obviously from color footage, not night vision, as you can see the orange cone. But in one, those straps are much lighter color than the other. As I said at the beginning of my previous video, more questions than answers. I am going to continue to, for lack of a better term, investigate this. The footage keeps bringing up more questions, and since the FBI don't seem too concerned about it, I'll just keep putting out videos and ideas in front of as many people as possible. Maybe together we can crowdsource an answer where our government agencies have so far failed miserably. Hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe if you'd like to see more, and hit the bell if you'd like to know when new videos come out. You may think I'm out of my rocker and off my gourd, but what if I'm right?